Look down at your shoes. Is the sole worn out on the inside or the outside? Think about how you hang your toilet paper, over or under. Or how you eat a slice of pizza. Do you bite the tip first or save the crust for last? We often think personality is defined by major decisions, the career you choose, the person you marry. But neuroscience says otherwise. According to a foundational study from Duke University, about 40 to 45% of what you do every day is not an actual decision. They are habits. And because they are executed by the basal ganglia, the part of the brain that handles automatic processing, they are not censored by your social filter. In other words, the smallest habits are screaming to the world who you really are, what your fears are, and how your brain operates. Welcome back to Barely Researched. This is where we explain everyday psychological phenomena with empirical science. Today, we will not only decode 7 common habits based on studies from Harvard, Baylor, and top psychology journals. More importantly, we will provide solutions. If that habit reveals a psychological weakness, how do you hack your brain to fix it? Let us get started. The way you walk. Let us start with the most basic thing. How you move your body through space. Are you someone who always walks, like you are racing against time? Or do you stroll and observe the world? In 2017, a study published in the journal Social, Psychological, and Personality Science analyzed data from over 15,000 older adults. Researchers found a strong correlation between walking speed and personality traits in the Big Five model. The results? Fast walkers usually score high in conscientiousness and extroversion, but lower in agreeableness. If you always walk ahead of others, with your head slightly bowed forward, you are called the lunger. You prioritize productivity over social relationships. You are logical and sharp, but might make others feel you are cold. Conversely, if you walk slowly, with your eyes looking down at the ground, body language experts warn this is often a sign of introverted anxiety. The problem is, if your gait is unintentionally sending signals of anxiety or aggression, it will negatively affect your mood via biofeedback. Here is the solution from Barely Researched. Apply the power walk technique. Social psychologist Amy Cuddy is famous for her TED Talk on power posing. A similar principle applies to walking. First, adjust your eye level. When walking, force yourself to look at buildings or tree canopies that are 15 degrees higher than your eye level. Looking up activates the sympathetic nervous system, creating a sense of alertness. Second, extend your stride. Do not walk faster, walk longer. A long stride signals to the brain that you are taking up space, which helps reduce cortisol and increases confidence immediately. Eating habits. Juliette Bogosian, a food behavior research expert in Los Angeles, has spent 20 years proving that how you eat is how you live. Let us look at the 2 most common extremes. First, the slow eater. You are the last one sitting at the table when everyone else is finished. Research indicates that slow eaters are control freaks who know how to enjoy the moment. However, the downside? You often prioritize your ego over the group's needs. You can be stubborn and have difficulty adapting to a fast pace. Second, the fast eater. You eat as if someone is about to steal your food. This is a sign of ambition and being goal-oriented. You are a good problem solver. But psychologically, eating too fast is often linked to impatience and sometimes self-neglect because you view eating merely as a task to be completed. Here is the solution from Barely Researched. If you are an overly fast eater, you are not just facing digestive issues. You are missing an opportunity to reduce stress. Try the 20-minute rule. Science shows the brain needs about 20 minutes to receive the full signal from the stomach's hormone leptin. Try the put it down technique. After every bite, force yourself to put the spoon or fork down on the table. Do not pick it up until you have finished swallowing the previous bite. This physical action breaks the unconscious loop of continuous scooping. Also, turn off screens. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that eating while distracted makes you eat faster and consume 10% more food. Turn your meal into a form of mindfulness, punctuality, and time perception. Do you have a friend who is always late? Or are you that person. We often label lateness as rudeness, disrespect, or disorganization. But science offers a kinder perspective. It might be a difference in brain structure regarding time perception. Jeff Conte, a psychology professor at San Diego State University, conducted a famous study on this. He divided people into two groups: Type A, who are competitive, ambitious, and impatient, and Type B, who are relaxed, creative, and more reflective. In the experiment, he asked them to close their eyes and open them when they felt 1 minute had passed. The result? For Type A, 1 minute passed after about 58 seconds. Quite accurate. But for Type B, their minute lasted up to 77 seconds. This means if you belong to Type B, you actually experience time slower than others. That 19-second difference accumulates into being 15 to 20 minutes late in reality. This is called the planning fallacy. You always underestimate the time needed to complete a task. Here is the solution from Barely Researched. Do not try to change your Type B nature. Change your frame of reference. First, use the start time strategy instead of arrival time. Never think, I need to be there at 8 o'clock. Delete that marker from your brain. Establish the marker, I must start the car at 7:30. Second, use the pessimistic buffer technique. When estimating travel time, add 25% to the number Google Maps gives you. If Google says 20 minutes, your brain must register it as 25 minutes. Third, create dopamine from arriving early. Chronic latecomers often love the adrenaline rush of racing against time. Replace it with a reward. If you arrive 10 minutes early, you are allowed to scroll TikTok or drink a nice cup of coffee. Turn waiting into me time, not dead time. Smartphone addiction. Pull out your phone. Check your screen time. That number and how you interact with this device is an X-ray of your mental health. In 2015, Baylor University published a shocking study in the Journal of Behavioral Addictions. They found that mindless checking is closely linked to neuroticism and impulsivity. If you are an introvert, you tend to use your phone in public places as a shield to avoid eye contact. If you constantly refresh your email or social media feed, even when there are no new notifications, this is a sign of variable ratio reinforcement, the same addictive mechanism as a slot machine. You are craving a little dopamine to soothe underlying anxiety. Here is the solution from Barely Researched. We need to break this cheap dopamine cycle. First, use the grayscale hack. Go into your settings and turn your screen to grayscale. Why? Apps are designed with vibrant colors to stimulate vision. When the screen is just gray, your brain will find the phone boring. It returns to its true function as a tool, not a toy. Second, establish phone-free zones. Do not rely on willpower. Create a physical barrier. Never bring your phone into the bedroom or bathroom. Buy a classic alarm clock. Physical separation is the only way to restore the ability to do deep work. Shopping and retail therapy. Do you ever find yourself buying useless items after a bad day? Psychologists call this retail therapy. A study in the Journal of Consumer Psychology indicates that shopping helps restore a sense of control. When personal life is chaotic, choosing an item and paying for it makes you feel like you are in charge. Specifically, there is a phenomenon called the lipstick effect. During economic or personal crises, people tend to buy small luxury items to comfort themselves without going bankrupt. But if you frequently shop impulsively, it could be a sign you are lacking serotonin and are trying to fill an emotional void with material goods. Here is the solution from Barely Researched. How to stop burning money for emotions? First, the 48-hour rule. When you want to buy something non-essential, put it in the cart, but do not pay. Wait 48 hours. After 2 days, the dopamine high will dissipate. Your rational brain will go back to work. There is an 80% chance you will delete that item. Second, calculate by work hours. Do not look at the price tag of $100. Divide it by your hourly wage. If you earn $20 per hour, is that shirt worth 5 hours of hard labor? This conversion activates the brain region related to the pain of paying, helping you curb the desire. Nervous tics and nail biting. Finally, let us talk about the embarrassing habits you try to hide: nail biting, hair twisting, or leg shaking. Most people think this is a sign of anxiety, but a study from the University of Montreal offered a much more surprising conclusion. People with body-focused repetitive behaviors are often perfectionists. You do not just bite your nails when nervous. You do it when bored or frustrated because things are not happening perfectly as you wish. It is how the brain releases excess energy when it has no task to do. You are not lazy. You just cannot stand idleness. Here is the solution from Barely Researched. Instead of punishing yourself, apply habit reversal training. The principle is, you cannot eliminate a habit. You can only replace it. When you feel the urge to bite your nails or shake your leg, occupy your hands. Find a substitute object, like a fidget toy, a coin, or a pen. When your hands are busy, the brain receives a similar stress release signal without harming the body. Also, identify your trigger. Write down when you usually do this. While writing an email? While watching a movie? Knowing the activation signal is 50% of the victory. Conclusion. Writer John Dryden once said, "We first make our habits, and then our habits make us." The habits we just analyzed are not a life sentence. Your brain has neuroplasticity. This means you can reprogram it at any age. Recognizing what your walk, your eating style, or your phone usage says about you is the first step to regaining control. Do you see yourself in any of these groups? Type A or Type B? Fast eater or picky eater? Share your story in the comments below. We really want to know if these studies hold true for you. If this video helped you understand a bit more about yourself, hit the like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm bring this knowledge to more people. And do not forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell for the Barely Researched channel. We will return with deeper psychological analyses to help you live smarter every day. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. See you in the next video.